One thing you're gonna find about me is that I love unique homes. And I think this is one of the most unique homes on the market. Definitely in any of the lake towns, because usually you kind of see traditional, more modern homes, but we're gonna look at something that dates back to the early 1900s, but has been so beautifully remodeled. And let's go take a look. Moving to southern Missouri is the best thing I've ever done for my family. So this is the original cabin. I think it was 1903. I could be wrong, and it was 1907. I'll have to double check on that. We've got, I thought it was wood burning. This looks like propane. And pretty cool little log cabin in here. But this was a tiny home. This was the original home. And then let's go upstairs real quick. I feel like if Bass Pro was to have an Airbnb, this is what it would look like. Super cute, super rustic. You don't find this by the lakes very often. I'm wondering if Johnny Morris was in on this one. Down to the leather curtains. Now we're gonna check out the rest of the house, which everything has been added on to bit by bit. And you'll see that it's much more spacious. It's got more modern amenities on this side. The other side is a little bit dark, the original cabin, and there's a lot more light in the rest of the additions. So let's check it out. So here we are in the kitchen, huge farm sink. There's actually beautiful stone tile all throughout, in the bathrooms and in the kitchen backsplash. Really nice, like raw edge, wood counters. A lot of beautiful woodworking throughout. And you probably can't appreciate the wood floors as much as I can here, but they look hand hewn, with the saw marks. I guess not hand hewn, but, they look milled. And you have very raw wood for the walls over here. Lots of raw edge wood. And of course the rusty tin is everywhere. You'll find this a lot in southern Missouri, from high end to low end. It's appreciated by everyone. Let's go check out some bathrooms. I've mentioned in a previous video that I used to be a bit of a survivalist, and I'm really appreciating all of the leather everywhere. Now, of course, there's a real shower curtain behind the leather, but all of the curtains and shower curtains and everything is all leather. And actually, what's cool about it is it looks it almost looks like brain tan leather. I'm not sure, actually. It almost does. Really cool though. Yeah, definitely not like super commercial. Like you can see all the like raw edges on it. So there's all these really cute details in here. I want you to check out the sink. It's like this carved stone sink, and when I came in, I was like, gosh, it actually looks like if stone were to meet antler. And this is just a small bathroom. You've got the stone in there, and of course, the tin. I am an absolute lover of wood, and I like all different kinds of wood together, and this house has it. This bedroom's a little bit darker. Also, the leather curtains kind of darken it up a little bit. But what I like about this room is that you've got also the mixture of stone. So stone, wood, and tin, you're gonna find a lot of it in this house. I like all the variation of wood. There are the closets in there. And then you've got the tin and the stone. And I love it. Let's go check out the rest of the house. This is pretty cool. I think this was like, I don't know. I almost feel like, was this like a dry larder or a cellar? And then they turned it into like a little, I guess it's another little bedroom. It's just tiny in here, yeah. Day bed. It probably looks better in person. I'm like, well, yeah, can't probably appreciate it as much. Cute light fixture. Let's go check out the rest. And here's the side entrance. I always like this to have like as a separate, almost like a mudroom. Although it is covered porch out there, so if I had really muddy boots, I would just take them off out there. I get muddy, so it's something I always think about. And this is laundry room. I would probably have tons of storage, like maybe even some canned goods in here, just to keep it legit time period. You got laundry and all your utilities in there. I would maybe wall that off. That's something that could be done. And we are coming into the garage. It is a nice 3-car garage, or 3 toy and side by side, whatever you want to bring in here. And pretty spacious. That's nice to have. I would maybe add some more storage in here. I always have lots of stuff. Let's go check out the land. Obviously this home is special because of its rustic charm, being so close to Table Rock Lake, like probably not even 2 minutes. But what makes this property so special is that it's a little over 43 acres, really gently sloped. I mean, most of it, at least the usable, which I want to say about half of it, is really good pasture, which is so hard to find by the lakes. I mean, yeah, usually it's just a rocky mess and bramble and knotted forest, like not nice forest to walk through, but just gnarled, knotted forest. But this property lays really gentle, and I would say is about half pasture. So it once did have an HOA. This is something I should mention about info. It once did have an HOA, but the HOA has been disbanded. So the covenants are really just recommendations at this point. There is a short-term rental restriction, except for there's no governing board, no enforcing board. There's nothing to stop anyone really from doing anything, and the covenants have no legal authority. And Barry County, as I mentioned before coming in here, Barry County is literally the wild, wild west, and Shell Knob is the pinnacle, because Shell Knob is one of the few lake towns where there's no zoning. It's unincorporated. I mean, it's the least government you're gonna pretty much find anywhere in the US. So I would feel fine doing a short-term rental here, and I wouldn't worry about it at all. But what's cool about this place, also so special, is that you could have like a little hobby farm. You could have garden, orchard, animals. You could have so much here. And yeah, it's really hard to find flat pasture. I want to show you guys what it looks like. Remember, that's the road we came in. There's the home, and there's nice flat grass like all around the home. The bus doesn't come with it. That's also very unique. I actually know some folks that just turned something like that into an Airbnb, and they're blowing it up. Like, I personally wouldn't rent that, but I guess people really want to. You guys know though, I came from California. I'm traumatized by hippies. I don't need none of that. Okay, so check this out. I mean, truly, if you are from out of state, you would have to come to southern Missouri and explore all of the lake towns to perhaps like really understand how special like flat I'd say very gently rolling pasture is. And it goes down, it goes a ways pretty much to the tree line there. A little bit further, there's a strip of pasture past the tree line a bit. There's a utility run. And then you also get about 20 acres of forest. So, you know, if you are an avid hunter, this, I'm gonna assume, would be a great place, because you've got urban areas close by and these corridors tend to be loved by wildlife. And you know, I haven't looked it up. Is one of the covenants outlining restrictions against hunting? I don't know. I can look into it. If you want me to look it up, I will, but here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Ask anyone about Shell Knob and who's gonna enforce anything. It's not gonna happen. Now, in some of these HOAs, they actually have a governing board, and therefore they have, you know, they have some power, although it's hard for them to enforce. They have a hard time with enforcement as is when they actually have a governing board. This HOA, not only does it not have a governing board, it has literally been disbanded. So it is not a thing anymore. Yeah, so over 43 acres, and we are, I'm gonna say like a minute and a half to Table Rock Lake. And that, my friends, is what makes this property so, so special. So let's talk negotiations. You know, usually I don't talk numbers right off the bat in my videos, but this one's interesting. I came here for a client, but their ceiling is 700. And sometimes, you know, I never know, you know, how much wiggle room there is. And this had been just on the market long enough, and they did a pretty significant price drop recently, I think 25,000 or more. And, you know, I like to still come and investigate, and there might be a lot of motivation somewhere. And so, you know, I like to do that for clients, but it doesn't look like this will be the property for my clients. It is a situation where the sellers have motivation, but they were offered 700K and they didn't even want to counter. So I know for sure, at least right now, 700K will not get this property. But one, I like to say that things change. 700K won't get this property right now, so that's good to know. If it sits, that story may change in the future. I'm wondering if it could be got for 725 to 750. That you really truly don't know until you ask. Right now it is for 799, and you know, I actually don't think that the valuation is off, that the asking price is off. I do think that it's going to be a little bit challenging because it's a unique place, and so it's going to take a unique buyer. I mean, it's really hard to call it a 3-bedroom. So you're going to need people that don't have a lot of kids, that's for sure. You know, older couple or you know, a couple with just maybe 2. Yeah, because that other bedroom is really, I would turn that into a study. It's just so small, but so special. I mean, really special home. Definitely, how cool is it to say with a property like, there is nothing like this on the market, not even close. And it's really open to being able to do so many things here because of the land and how beautiful and how usable it is. So awesome. Well, thanks for coming along with me, you guys. If anyone has any questions regarding real estate, buying or selling, my information is always in the description below. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I'm actually going to make a bunch of content this week, so I'm pretty excited about it. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye.